Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight, the official YouTube channel of serialatmidnight.com. My name is Heath, and I'm glad you're here because this is the 11th installment in the Hugo Award-winning, the Nebula Award-winning, the BAFTA Award-winning Thrift Store series. Guys, I didn't know when it was going to happen. It's been 2 months since the last Thrift Store video, and goodness knows, it's not like I haven't been trying. I go in thrift stores all the time, but as I tell you, sometimes I'll post things on Instagram. If you're not following on Instagram, you're missing a lot of thrift store stuff, because a lot of times I'll go in there and I'll get like one thing or two things, maybe even three things, but it's not enough to hang a video upon. But this video is different. This video is huge. I think it's one of the... Now, the birthday haul was bigger as far as volume, but the quality of this, I think, is pretty great, at least for a certain kind of YouTube viewer. If you're a cult movie fan, if you like some of the more fringe things, I think there's a lot of cool stuff in this thrift store video. So what I like to do is, of course, I filmed in the thrift store, so we're going to cut to Heath of Earth 2 in the other dimension and see what actually was in the store, and then we'll cut back here for the haul. This is the haul. This is a bag full of movies, TV shows, things like that. So I give it to you, Heath of Earth 2.
Cheers, Heath of Earth 1. This is Heath of Earth 2. Surprisingly from New Zealand. It's unexplained. They just finished a Hobbit movie here, another Hobbit spin-off. I don't know. Hercules: The Legendary Journeys. There's some really cool stuff in here. That I have a lot of it, so that's why it's on the shelf and it's not in my hand. But a bunch of Godzilla movies, and check this out. They got like the whole Highlander franchise. Highlander, the director's cut, used to have that DVD. The Renegade version of Highlander 2 used to have that DVD. The Highlander 3 DVD. Highlander. There's an alternate version of Highlander 3. The TV series, there were like 3 super cuts of the two-parter of the TV series. There's the Source. Is there any other Highlander there? No. The Hellboy animated films on DVD. Now these are on Blu-ray now, so I suspect this cool cat that donated all these things just upgraded to a better copy. There's Ninja with Scott Adkins. Very cool action guy. If you've never seen any Scott Adkins movies, he's doing it right. I don't know what these are, but these seem cool. These seem like our kind of thing. Not sure about Asteroid, but if you're into Asteroid, let us know. Comments in the comment section below. We'll do the rest of the video ASMR. And then we're gonna take there's a movie about bats. It's a horror movie about bats. Cool stuff in here though. Killer Buzz. I've never heard of a lot of this stuff. I pride myself on some of my B-movie knowledge, but some of these things look very straight to DVD. Red Water. Turns out it's just Kool-Aid. Terminator. Starting to see that all over the place. Monster House, though, that's a cool edition of Monster House. I picked up, I have 2 versions of the Blu-ray now, so more Godzilla. See the Godzilla video for the Serial at Midnight take on Godzilla, and to see how one man can be completely consumed by the topic he's trying to discuss. Troll 1 and Troll 2. Mega Piranha will leave you in red water. There's the J-Bro. My wife and I have decided that Josh Brolin is J-Bro. That's what we call him. It's the J-Bro old boy. There's tons of cool stuff, right? The Mysterious Island. I did not pick that up, but I'm kind of wondering if I should have, because I like kind of obscure TV miniseries, TV movies, things like that. I think I might have been the audience for that, but the Blade anime, I could not remember, and I'm still not sure if I have that Blade anime, because I picked up a Marvel animation box set that has, like the Iron Man anime and the X-Men. Like, I think it's all the anime. And I'm not sure if Blade's on that or not. I'll need to check. There's a blast from the past. My past, at least. This, if you notice, this is the TV movie pack. It's still sealed. Like, they bought it and they didn't even
didn't even open it. G.I. Joe, the mass device, that is classic G.I. Joe. That's essentially the start of the whole thing. The start of G.I. Joe. I think it's great. Oh, there's our other Highlander. Highlander Endgame. Featuring WWE superstar The Edge. What else is cool here? Gattaca's a great movie. What is this thing? This is one of those 10 movie packs, I think from Echo Bridge, maybe. I did not pick it up. I'm not sure if I have any of those movies on other... I got a ton of collections, Mill Creek and things like that. The Complete Witchblade, which I've never watched, so I wasn't really comfortable blind buying it. The 60s Avengers on DVD. Tons of Outer Limits. Gilligan's Island. Like, how much cool stuff is here, you guys? There's the Tales of Terror set that I had reshelved. Got the British Office set. Got some Family Guy.
Hey, Brian.
No.
Hey, Brian.
There it is. I had to find it. Hey, Brian. Why'd you leave those DVDs on the shelf, Brian?
Hey, Peter.
Okay, that's enough of that. I have that spaghetti western collection. A lot of good stuff on there, but the problem with those sorts of things is that they're almost always very poor presentations. I saw this at Walmart not that long ago, maybe a year or so ago. It's from Mill Creek, and it's a bunch of their paranormal themed. They're cashing in on the Stranger Things movement, and I have all those movies on other collections, the Drive-In Cult Classics, things like that. Metallica, ooh yeah, some kind of monster, ooh. I'm not into Nirvana, but my wife is, and she was in the car, and I texted her. I was like, "Do you want the Nirvana Unplugged?" She was like, "I don't think so." So it's still there. The Sabata trilogy, you guys, Lee Van Cleef, Yul Brynner, great spaghetti westerns in the Italian tradition. Metropolis, so much cool stuff. This cat had great taste. I'm assuming this was all one guy's collection. Some Texas Chainsaw. I did not get this, and I'm really thinking I'm going to go back for it. Jamie Presley and Xander from Buffy. Nicholas Brendan. Leatherface. Here's more Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So I think the first it's got like a homemade cover on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The one with Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey. That's just a good movie right there. I regret doing it. No, I don't. I regret nothing. And we're back. Thank you, Heath of Earth 2. That was a stunning array of movies. I can't believe it's basically like I donated my thrift store, or I donated my movie collection to a thrift store. Like there's so many things in there that I either already have or my kind of thing. The full moon movies, the genre TV shows, the exploitation stuff, the monster, the Godzilla stuff. Of course, I would never actually donate my collection to a thrift store because I love it too much. I cherish it. I love it. And I hold my collection very dear. So, and my collection is a living, breathing, active representation of my personality. One of the reasons why we collect physical media. It represents you, your personality, your passions, your interests. So, with that being said, there's kind of a weird moral stop there for a second. Guys, why do we collect? I actually do have a video coming, I think. I don't know when, but I want to talk about why I collect. I won't speak for you. Why we collect. I won't say that. But why I collect movies, comic books, video games, that sort of thing. Why do we collect them? That's coming. I'm rambling. You want to know what's in this bag. So with that being said, let's just dig right on into it. The Office, the complete UK series of The Office. This has series 1. It's dirty. I haven't cleaned any of this stuff up. It's just been sitting in this bag. So I got to clean it up because it's got some dubious stains on it that somebody really liked The Office. Series 1 and Series 2 and the special. So this is the complete Office. There were actually 2 of these in the store, and one of them had a disc that was just completely cracked. Like I don't know why they would have donated that. I guess they thought like, well, maybe somebody wants the other 3 discs in the collection. So This is the complete office. I don't have any of this. If you saw in a previous thrift store video, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been 10. I had an office season 1 or series 1. It may have even been series 1 and series 2. I can't remember. You can go back and refresh yourself with the thrift store series. Hey, fun for the whole family. But I had it in my hands, and I was like, do I want to get an incomplete version of this? Because I still would have to buy the specials, and I opted to just put it back and leave it for somebody else. And that has rewarded me now because I picked this up. We'll talk about price in a minute. Price is one of the big surprises in this thrift store video. So stay tuned for price. We'll talk about all of it. I think you will be surprised, maybe mad. We'll see. Something that I had to pick up because you guys know how I roll. The Avengers Series 1, or not Series 1, Volume 1. Now hold on, guys. This is not your Thor, Iron Man, and Hulk, and Hawkeye. This ain't your Marvel Avengers. This is the UK, the British Avengers. This is how I know this person had really good taste. This is a very, very of my own heart. Avengers Volume 1. This is basically the Emma Peel collection. Emma Peel being the character. If you've seen the movie, I know probably more of you might be familiar with the movie with Uma Thurman. Sean Connery as the big teddy bear. Weirdness all around. But the Uma Thurman character, that was the Emma Peel character. But this is classic 60s goodness. And and they had the Volume 2. So these 2 volumes comprise every Emma Peel episode from the Avengers, the 1960s Avengers series. I think there's 51. Yeah, that tells me on the back. The Ultimate 16-disc collection features all 51 Emma Peel episodes. Every Emma Peel episode ever. It's 16 DVDs. They are all in fantastic shape. I checked every single one of them. I used to have this, and I donated it, and so it's Stan Lee's Mutants, Monsters, and Marvels. It's the 2 feature film. They're not features. They're documentary style interview shows with Stan Lee and Kevin Smith. Where Kevin Smith basically interviews Stan Lee, talks about his career. And I had this at one point, and I watched it years and years ago when this was new. Probably this came out in 2002, so that's probably about when I had it. I bought this new, and I watched it, and then it just sat on the shelf for few years, and I didn't revisit it, so I donated it. I probably traded it in for like a 5-for-1 sort of thing years ago when people actually valued DVDs, and they would allow you to trade them in for credit. And then, of course, now we have lost Stan Lee, and I desperately missed this being a part of my collection because I wanted to go back and revisit some of the stories and just honor the man. And Kevin Smith talks about this. He did a eulogy podcast for Stan Lee after Stan Lee passed, and he talks about the process of how this came to be and what that experience was like for him. And it's just I'm getting sad again. Okay, so I had to get this. I had to pick this up. I've been meaning to pick it up. There's a buttload of copies of this out there. I think that this was a very good selling, well-selling DVD. So they're out there. If you want it and you don't have it, I think you could probably pick up a copy for $5, somewhere in there. They're around. Okay, what else did I get? The horror collection. This is who is this? This is Lionsgate. This is a Lionsgate 8 horror films pack. I believe this is out of print. Don't quote me, but I think it's out of print. It has Waxwork, 976 Evil 2, Electric Boogaloo, Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College, The Unholy, CH.U.D 2, Chopping Mall, Slaughter High, and Class of 1999. Now, some of you guys that are deep into the horror collecting game know that the Vestron line is releasing some of these on Blu-rays. But you know what? So I have Chopping Mall. That might be the only one that I have of the Vestron releases, because here's the thing. Those Vestron video Blu-ray releases retail for $39.99 per movie. And I think that that is, frankly, ridiculous. We can be honest here. I think that they're freaking kidding themselves with that retail price. But you know what? People pay it. Here's 8 movies. They're not Blu-ray. I know they're not Blu-ray. They are probably even compressed to heck and back because it's 4 movies on a single DVD. But until I can run across some of these other ones, like Slaughter High, I have not bought yet, the Vestron release. I will probably at some point at a good price. If I can pick it up for $10 or something like that, I'll pick it up. But here's, 8 movies. And again, price to come. You're going to be mad. What else did I get? Some of this stuff I forgot about, honestly. Like between purchasing it and arriving here to do this video, I have forgotten I got this. It's Video Graffiti from Extreme. Let's see. There's a hole in my soul. Hole in my heart that can only be filled by you. You guys are welcome. What's up? What's up, girl? Anyway, the Extreme Video Graffiti. This is all their videos, I assume. It's like, okay, we got 13 videos, 2 live performance videos, and then 5 live cuts. But here's what's cool. This is what I saw this in the store. I popped it open to check the quality here. As always, check the discs. Always check your discs at a thrift store because you can't take it for granted. Like The Office had a completely broken disc. Gotta check them out. Someone has added. Oh, so there's a booklet. You guys know I love a booklet. They have added Extreme Take Us Alive. I don't know if this is a CD or if this is a DVD. Let's see if we can figure it out. It's a DVD-R. So I'm assuming this is a bootleg live performance DVD that someone has. I'm not a huge Extreme fan. I'm not like I can't be like, oh, well, that's a release from 2004 and it had all of the concert performances from such and such. I don't know, but it had someone's homemade Extreme DVD in there, so I was like, oh, I gotta check it out. I picked up. Oh, I'm about to lose my bag here. Okay, I picked up the Roger Corman Cult Classics version of Piranha. I think this is on Blu-ray. I'm not sure. I think it's on Blu-ray, but I'm not actually sure. I'm trying to collect a lot of the Roger Corman stuff. I love Roger Corman. A lot of his movies do end up being on those Mill Creek collections, the big public domain collections. But Shout/Scream Factory is doing a lot of legitimate releases of these and double packs and triple packs and things like that. This is a single pack. But one thing that I love about this release is that it has reversible artwork with, see if I can get that to not be blown out, with an alternate cover. I don't know if that's the original poster art. I'm not sure which of these pieces of art is original, but I was so happy to give a home to this. Pure 70s exploitation. This is the 70s, right? Yeah, 78. Just what I'm talking about. Like this person, whoever, I have to imagine all these came from the same collection, right? It was too much of a coincidence for all these movies and these TV shows and stuff to not be from the same guy, because it really seems like it was a collector. Some of it clearly probably upgraded to Blu-ray. I don't know. But okay, so then I picked up, this was a full moon release of Witch House, and it also has Witch House Blood Coven and Witch House 3 Demon Fire. So it's basically Witch House 2, and Witch House 3. So we have 3 Witch House movies. It still has, they have kept, apparently this might have had like a slipcase wraparound. They've cut this, but they've kept this in the container. What is going on here? Let's see. A lot of little pieces of paper, a lot of little disparate pieces of paper here. Does this fold out? No, this is just a card. Look, I don't know. And then this, is this a piece of paper? Yeah, so this is a double-sided, just a flyer, a hype sheet. And then inside we have artwork for Witch House 2. And you know what? Those are custom too. Oh, you guys! I've just figured this out because I haven't really been through these before now. So this is from an old DVD, apparently. the Lunar Edition, the Premium Collection, the Premier Collection DVD. They've cut the sleeves of old DVD versions of these movies and included them in here. So this is a hype sheet from something. This is from the back of a DVD case, and then here under this one, let's see, yeah, another one, Witch House 3. This is from the Witch House 3 DVD cover. So that's interesting. Totally a collector. No doubt about it. This is a person that loves their cult films. So that's actually really cool. I'm also a little disturbed that they cut their DVD cases. That seems weird. But it's cool that they're in there, I guess. I'm thrown. Can you tell I'm thrown? I'm just like, cool and strange at the same time. Another full moon feature, Vampire Journals. Never seen this. Obviously, I've never seen this. I shouldn't say obviously, but I haven't ever seen this. This is just a single disc. They didn't cut up their old DVDs for this one, but clearly a genre exploitation horror fan. We're getting to the bottom. We have 2 items left. One of them is Sushi Girl. I'm not sure if this got a Blu-ray release or not, but this is a independent film with Mark Hamill is in this. I remember Mark Hamill making the rounds with like various podcasts and things when this came out. About 5 years ago. And he seemed really honored to be a part of Sushi Girl. I think it's a genre-defying movie. I think that it doesn't easily fit into any particular genre. Horror, crime, gritty kind of a whatever take. But I remember him speaking very highly of it. I've never seen it. But Mark Hamill certainly spoke very highly of his experience, the director, his experience working on the movie. So I picked it up. It was there. Again, I'm not sure if there's a superior Blu-ray version of this, but and the last thing is a movie that it's been around for a long time, but I never owned it. Comic Book Villains. It's got Donald Logue, Michael Rappaport, DJ Qualls, Natasha Lyonne, and Carrie Elways. What a weird ensemble cast. This DVD order date 8/6/2002. I wonder if this is a media screener. I'm not sure. I do not know. Is there any pack-in information on this as well? No. Okay, well, so that's what I picked up. And I got to be honest with you. After my checkout experience, I was thinking I probably should have bought more, because here's what happened. It was a Saturday. I bought these. It was Saturday. I go to the checkout. I'm thinking, it's $2 for single DVDs, and it's $4 for collections and for TV show, like TV sets and stuff. So I go to so I'm thinking, sometimes it just depends on who you get when you check out. Like this is 3 movies. So if they're paying attention, they'll be like, well, this is a collection, so that's 3 movies. Just depends on who you get. But I was counting on that being a single release. I was adding this all up in my head. I was like, I got like closing in on $30 here. I actually put a few things back. I had a couple more things in my hand that I actually put back. So I was just trying. I don't want to be the guy who spends $30 at a thrift store. That's excessive. I know it's for charity. Look, I know that's one of the reasons to support your thrift stores is because it's charity. But so I get up to the checkout, and I hand my stuff over, and she goes through it. She's like, "You have 11 items, $11, sir." And I was like, and I can't just go with it. I can't just be like, "Here you go." So I was like, are they on sale or something today? It wasn't Black Friday, but I'm thinking maybe it's the weekend sale. And she's like, well, all blue tag items are half off today. I was like, well, these aren't, I didn't say this. So I'm like, well, these aren't blue tag items. She's like, that's for clothes. Like, she's telling me all blue tag items are half off. That's for clothes. But that's not the price. And then like the sign is right there, $2, $4. So I don't know. And I was like, oh, well, I might have to go back and get some more then. And she was like, okay. Well, the blue tags are for clothes. And so I feel like she was telling me, without telling me, I'm hooking you up but I don't know that I'll do it again. And so I just gratefully accepted. So guys, that means everything here was $1. That means The Office was $1. The Avengers, I have $2 in the complete Emma Peel set. $1 for the 8 movies for $1. Which is why I can't do 40, but I can't even really do $25 for a Vestron video release. I can't do it. There are bargains out there if you're diligent, if you look. You guys know it took me 2 months between the last good thrift store video and this one. It was 2 months. Diligence. It pays off. But so I paid, I checked out, and she was like, "You have a good day now, okay? Have a great rest of the weekend." And again, in my head, I'm thinking, she's telling me that she hooked me up, right? Like, she's acknowledging this. But I don't know. Who knows? So whoever's watching this video, if you donated these to the Salvation Army, why did you do it, first of all? Some of these things are, I don't know about super rare, but definitely collectible as far as like our community, the horror genre, exploitation, whatever, B-movie community. Why did you do that? Why did you? Well, anyway, I gave them a good home. They have a good home here in Casa de Midnight. So, guys, that's going to do it for Thrift Store 11. I do appreciate you guys so much. I would just encourage you to hit your thrift stores, your charity shops. Physical media is not dead. People say, well, I still get comments on these videos. And they're like, who still collects physical media? I'm like, boy, are you oblivious to the world you're living in, because a lot of people still collect physical media. I'll probably be working on another collecting physical media video at some point too, because there are more facts that are presenting themselves. Basically, not even half of the population has access to good high-speed internet. So when people are like, physical media is over, well, until everybody has access to high-speed internet, it's not over. And I don't know when that's going to happen. We live in a very tumultuous market and a tumultuous world right now when it comes to the cable companies and all the rights and everything. People still want discs. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much. If you made it to the end of this video, you're a trooper and a champ. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Guys, take care, and I will catch you later.